Hey again, it's Mabin with Mabin Ledke Photography, and today I want you to get out your brown paper bags, take a deep breath, because we're talking about timelines. Now at this point, you've done a ton of planning. You've got your wedding venue, you've got your DJ, you've got probably centerpieces, and of course you've got your photographers. Good job. And this is the time where you take all of those elements that you've been planning and you shove them into your wedding day. Now let's do some breathing exercises before we get into this together.
Breathe in through the nose. And breathe out through the mouth. One more time. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth.
Okay, we're in a good place. We can do this, I promise. I'm gonna teach you how to create a kick-butt wedding timeline. So there are a lot of different ways that you can create your wedding timeline, and I think that's why it's 2 parts awesome and 1 part terrifying. It can be super overwhelming when you take everything that you've planned and you try to schedule it out into one day. But if you've been watching our other videos, then you know setting your wedding priorities is your golden ticket to success. And that is also true in this timeline. A basic overall timeline kind of looks like this. You have your getting ready time, you have your ceremony time, your cocktail hour / photo time, and your reception. So talking about priorities and how they fit into your timeline, I'm going to use Daniel and my wedding as an example.
Yay!
Our top 3 priorities for our wedding day were guest experience, photography, and the honeymoon. I'm going to take the honeymoon out because that doesn't really apply to the actual wedding day. So we're going to focus on the guest experience and photography. So obviously, I'm a little bit biased when it comes to photography. It's really important to me. So we focused a lot of the day around pictures. We had our photographer for 8 hours. So we had to look at our timeline and see what part of that day really best fit her specialties. Our photographer excels at a myriad of things, but the top 2 things were moments and beautiful, dreamy, golden hour light photographs. So we definitely wanted to capitalize on that time. Now, the only problem with a traditional timeline for us was that we wanted to get married at sunset. So if we had waited until after the ceremony to do our couples portraits, well, then we wouldn't be taking advantage of what she did best. So we chose to see each other before the ceremony and then get done all of our formal photographs. So we invited family and friends there about 2 hours prior to the ceremony, and we got everything done and knocked out. And we had, just so you know, we had a very non-traditional timeline. So we did that, and then because it was 2 hours before the ceremony, we opted to do our cocktail hour prior to the ceremony. So the hour before the ceremony, Daniel and I took off to hang out with our photographer and have an incredible time while our guests enjoyed things to eat, games, and just general conversation. And then we went and got married at sunset, and we didn't have to worry about any formal photos after the fact. We went right into our reception and really enjoyed the evening. So that kind of tied together our photography, you know, and playing to her strengths, and then also the guest experience. We wanted to make sure our guests weren't hungry or frustrated that they were there 2 hours early. So we had that cocktail hour, and everybody really enjoyed the whole day. Once you've got in place the big events of your day and you have a general idea of where all the big stuff is happening, that's when you're going to want to look at the micro events. Right, Flo? Yeah. Micro events are things like, when do you have special music or the unity candle during the ceremony? Or when do you want all of the dances to take place during the reception? These items are pretty fluid and mostly up to your preference. For Daniel and I, we chose to do all of our big events at once because we got married in the mountains in the evening, and we knew we had a lot of guests who were traveling back home. So we didn't want to keep them too late if they wanted to drive down the mountain sooner. So it just made sense for our timeline. Whereas other people, you have everyone staying in one location together, so you can kind of piece out the different events going on throughout the evening. Once you've talked through everything and have a good idea as to what you want your timeline to look like, you're really going to find that everything kind of falls into its perfect place. Keep in mind, you're going to want to add in a little extra time if you're traveling or for people who have long-winded toasts. But for the most part, it's going to be pretty clear where you need to allocate your time appropriately. If for some reason you are still completely 100% overwhelmed with creating a wedding day timeline, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. We've done a lot of these, we've seen a lot of weddings, and we'd be more than happy to help figure out what is perfect for your wedding day. I hope this video has been helpful to you, and as always, we are here to help and serve you to create the most amazing wedding day ever. Please don't hesitate to contact us for anything at all. Flo, can you say goodbye? We're gonna see them next video, okay? Say bye! Bye! Okay, I love you, bye! You're not helping me, baby. You're not helping. I love you. I do. But we're talking about wedding stuff. Not kitty stuff. She's so content. She really wants to be on camera today. Flo wants to give her input. What do you have to say, Flo? It's deep. It's deep. I hope this wedding has been helpful. I hope it has been helpful and enjoyable, even though it hasn't happened yet. Flo, now I want you. Flo, oh, come bounding. Come on, let's say goodbye. And I will hopefully see you next time. I will see you next time. I will see you next time. And I will see you next time.